Hello, hi, welcome back again. And I'm just going for this Honda Accord inspection. I'm just starting from my home, and I'll be reaching in 10-15 minutes. So I'll keep you guys updated about the inspection. See you then. So as you can see, I just started from my home, and it's very rainy and then cold, windy day in Melbourne. So I'm just driving on the way to the inspection. We'll be there very soon, hopefully not too long. So as you can see, I'm just approaching near to the seller house. I'm just waiting at the traffic lights to reach main road, hopefully not too long. I've inspected Holden Commodore earlier today. It was a very good car, and it was driven nearly 1,83,000 kilometers, which is 183,000 kilometers. It was a very good car because earlier it was used for a commercial vehicle. So the person who used the car looked after very well. So I recommended the owner he can purchase that car immediately, because I didn't find any kind of mechanical issues or even the suspension. There's no leak. Even the transmission, gearbox, everything looked good. So I'm going to inspect this car, and hopefully it's a good car. But this customer, she's chasing for a second-hand car for a long time. And then she was asking me, can you go and inspect the car for me almost every day. So I'm just going to see the car. If it is good, I'll recommend them just go for it. If it is not good, I'll tell them, sorry guys, you just look for another one. Let's see. I'm just waiting at the traffic lights. This inspection purely based on my experience and my background. Some people, they prefer to go and inspect on their own. Some people, they just hire people. If you go and inspect on your own, you can refer my videos and you can see what areas I'm concentrating, so that you can go and inspect on your own. I'm telling again, it's purely based on my own experience. It can vary car to car, and it can vary people to people. So please follow your own method or your own way of inspecting cars. This is purely based on my own experience. So most of the people wondering why do we have to inspect second-hand car, because a lot of people nowadays, they try to hide all mechanical issues so that they can sell it as quickly as possible. But the people who's buying the car, they really want to know what are all the issues in the car. That's why they hire people like me, qualified people. We can go and inspect a car and then list down all the issues with the car, and we can tell them that it's worth buying or it's not good to buy. Sorry, I'm just holding my phone and recording. I think that's the car I was telling. So let's go and inspect it. So I'm just in the car. I'm going through the car right now. The first thing, I always check on every car about the condition and also the kilometers on the car. It's 193, which means it is standard one. So the people haven't rolled back or anything. Sometimes you need to be careful. The kilometers can be rolled back. That's the first thing. And then in terms of interior, you can't see it really because it's very dark. That's the main thing, because the people, they really worry that the car maintained well or not. And the other thing, I always check whenever I jump in the car, the air conditioning works or not. So I'm just turning it on. So as you can see, I can't, it just comes in. AC off, AC on. So I turned the aircon on. Let's see. What is the temperature? It shows up. I'll reduce the temperature to maybe something like that, and then I'll put change it and check whether you're getting a cold air. That's the main thing. If you don't get a cold air, then your condenser is faulty, and then you need to regas it, or maybe you need to replace your radiator and condenser. So the AC is on, but I'm not getting any cold air, which is a worrying thing for this car. Let's turn up the air conditioning, and then let's turn the heater on. The heater works, good thing, but the aircon is not working. That's another issue. Let's go back to the engine, and we'll see what's going on the engine. The next thing is check any body damage or anything. It looks like the car has been painted recently, because I don't see any scratches or body damage or anything. It looks neat and tidy. There's no scratches. And next thing, I always check what is the condition of the car, the car tires, whether it has enough play to pass the roadworthy. This car looks like it has enough play. And then next thing, you have to see the brake pad condition. Sorry, I'm just switching on the light. This car got very good brake pads, so it will pass the roadworthy without any issues. In terms of the front, yeah, it has so much play. And in terms of brake pads, I can't see much, but it looks fine to me. Let's go to the engine. So when I'm inspecting any kind of engine, I always check it's very dark, so you can't see it. So I always check is there any leaks on the cylinder head, or you can say gasket. But this car, I don't see any leaks or anything. The alternator looks fine, but you can see only after starting the car whether the alternator is charging your battery or not. It looks fine to me. You can't see it really because it's very dark. The other thing, you need to really see whether your radiator fluid is there all the time. But here I don't see anything left on the radiator, or even in the radiator container, which means your engine is eating your radiator fluid. So whenever the radiator goes into the engine, which is not coming back same amount of radiator fluid, in that case all the radiator fluid is burning inside the engine, which is worrying thing. But this is pretty old car, so which is least thing to worry about it. And this is your ABS braking control module. I don't see any leaks or anything in there. And then in terms of your power steering fluid, enough power steering fluid in there, so which is a good thing. But I'm really worried that there is no radiator coolant in there. That's the main worrying thing. And let's quickly go through your gearbox. Is there any leaks or anything, which you can't see from the top? You need to go down and then see any leaks on your gearbox. I can't see it really because it's too dark, but as I can see here, not much leak in there. So but this car, the clutch plate needs to be replaced, because whenever I'm changing, or even it's automatic transmission, whenever the gear is changing from 1 to 2 or even 2 to 3, it's not engaging or disengaging properly. So which means it needs a clutch replacement, which is approximately $800 or $900 in Melbourne. It depends on what kind of mechanic you choose. So yeah, it is very neat. Apart from that, I don't see any issue because it's Japanese make. You can see the VIN number or vehicle details in there, which is really important so that you can check car history. If you're buying a pretty much new car, you can go and check car facts report so that all the history can come up. Yeah, it's a good car. There's no much damage or anything in there, so yeah. And also I don't see any issues with the drive shaft or your sway bar or anything. It's normally comes here. I don't know whether you can see it or not. So I'm wrapping up this inspection right now. That's it. So Honda Accord looks neat and fine to me, so I'll recommend the customer to buy this car. Let's see what the customer is going to say. And one more thing, whenever you buy a second-hand car, try to check all kind of paperwork, whether it matches with your engine number, VIN number, and the kind of registration, what kind of service they have done recently, any kind of major mechanical issues. So this kind of tips can help you to find out about the future or even previous mechanical repairs. I'm just get into the glove box and I saw one of the paperwork, the customer trying to fix something, and then I'm just taking a picture for the buyer. Let's see what kind of feedback I'm gonna get from the buyer. It's getting dark now. I finished the inspection last say 30-40 minutes, and hopefully you guys have seen full video. There are key parameters whenever you want to buy a second-hand car. Please look into that. If you're not experienced, then hire a good qualified mechanic. They will be able to see what is wrong with the car. As I can see, this car has few issues with the clutch plate, and also there is no radiator coolant, and a few issues here and there, but it's like a cheap second-hand car, so you should expect some kind of problem whenever you buy a second-hand car. So yeah, let's wrap up this video, and we will meet you guys in next inspection or some kind of installation. See you then.